Afternoon, everybody. How we doing? All good? All excited about the news? Big moves on the US dollar. Well, just starting anyway. We'll see if we can hold it. Good movement, good movement. That's what we like to see. How's everybody doing? Everybody made a killing this morning? News-wise, we just had the CPE, PCE even, as expected. And we've had a big move on the US dollar. So Dixie's just gone down dramatically, which is good because we are due a big move on the Dixie. So evening, Adrian. If you keep forgetting, you're in Singapore, aren't you? So getting late over there. Diamond, DJ Frizzle. Didn't make any money this morning. Oh, that's not good. It'll come. So basically good moves starting on the US dollar. Obviously, we are massively overdue off this drop. Really nice divergence on pound US overnight. So, good buying pressure building up in accumulation during London. That seems to have just popped off the news. So, see if we can get that move back up. So there's your levels from a fib perspective, pullbacks. Really good move there. Big selling pressure there and there. And obviously the selling pressure that started the move as well, that made the break. So there's multiple levels we could react from. We're just bouncing off of here at the moment. The seller's stepping back in. So we'll just watch these levels as we go up if you're on this one long. Obviously all the others as well. Fair bit of movement across the board off of PCE. Oh, excuse me. I've been scalping all morning. Do you know the reason I stopped scalping, just going off on a tangent, was because it just drained me. And I found I got to the point where I was like, I'm too old to scalp. I'm not that old. I'm not even 50 yet. But everyone's in here thinking, 50? God, that's double my age. But I got to a point where scalping was just getting it is intense watching candlestick patterns minute by minute, 5 minute by 5 minute, and it really, really drains you. And I put a screenshot in the group this morning, in the Telegram group, of this is this morning's scalping action. Yeah. So I started that's 8 o'clock this morning. It's 2 hours ahead, obviously, with UTC +2 at Robo, and that's all the trades I've taken this morning to make that 600 odd quid. Just drains you. I'm knackered now. It's good fun though. I love it. I haven't done it for ages. The Armand is older. That's good. Do you know what? I'm second youngest person I know trading, and actually making money out of it. Everybody I know is older than me that is actually making it. It's weird, isn't it? But I didn't come to this. I've only been doing this for like 13 years, so I came to it late. If you start in your 20s, you'll be a millionaire by the time you're 50. Does take a long time. So news-wise, obviously we just had the news on PCE. 3 o'clock, we've got Michigan consumer sentiment. I just realised I haven't started my futures platform. So let me just log into futures. Just make sure it's up and running and ready. Bear with me a second. I can soothe my knackered soul with my account balance. Yeah. Ended up 386 yesterday. Off the futures session as well. Just get all that up and running and ready. So we're ready to go. So there's no other news this afternoon. We've got the University of Michigan at 3 o'clock. We don't tend to get an awful lot of action off of that. So I wouldn't worry too much about any more news this afternoon. So just having a quick look at where we are off the back of that move. Obviously, US dollar has had a weak run off the back of the news. So hopefully we'll get a continuation on that. That's really spurred all the indices on. Come on, wake up. So the indices have had a nice little push off the back of that news. That's what I was trading, basically. I was trading the, not the DAX, the US 30 off the back of that news. So we had a nice down move today, and we're just coming back and pushing back up. So by the time we get to, where are we, 20 minutes, probably not quite get back to an open today, but we've had the down move. So remember what I was saying yesterday, that we're in this massive consolidation at the moment. We're just in a massive wiki accumulation, basically based on all these earnings releases that we're getting. And what we've seen this week is whatever London's done, New York's reversed. If New York's pushed up, if London's pushed up, New York's pulled back. Yeah. So today, London's pushed down. So my forecast for this afternoon and what I'm going to be concentrating on is longs for the US dollar for the futures. So we've had a push down today in London. So yesterday in London we pushed up, and then we've ended up with a down. Today we've pushed down. So I'm going up. Basically, whatever London does at the moment, New York is reversing it. So if we're going to stay in these accumulation and these rotational days, that's exactly what's going to happen. So I'm looking for breaks down below the 15-minute opening range today to start buying it. This will be the day, obviously, that New York decides to do what London's done, and obviously tilt. But we'll see. Wait till we get there. Right. So obviously today we've had a fair old bit of movement in the market, which is good. So a lot of stuff started to move. So ADRs today, there's been quite a few. I don't know if anybody got in any of these, but there's a fair few movers today. So Aussie dollar CAD, straight bounce off of 150, off of the 100 level. You would have struggled. You've only just got into that there. So it's not really gone anywhere yet, but that was a big old propulsion move we got put in there. Aussie dollar Swiss, same thing. We tapped straight back down into 100. The first reversal alert is just about to go in on M5. I don't like these. I don't like reversal alerts where we get that. It's an accumulation stage, so quite possibly we're going for leg 2. But yeah, it doesn't look great. That was off the back of the Swiss franc move. Aussie US, again, oh, look at that for a reversal alert and retest. Beautiful. If you take the initial alert, it's lovely. There's the retest there. Can't even see the... it's off the screen, look, because it's whacking great candle. So yeah, that's lovely little reversal. All of these USs are starting to move. Euro odd, we've just reversed off top of 100 and retesting at the moment. So again, beautiful W going in. M pattern going in there. Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand's just poked its head out the top today. So Euro New Zealand took out yesterday's high, pushed up. We got lovely wicks to the upside and then got the reversal alert. So this is just retesting now. We're just about to get a retest alert on that when this candle closes in about 2.5 minutes. So potential move down there from the euro. Pound odd. Lovely looking M going in right now on M15. Haven't quite had the reversal alert on M15. M5 you will have already had it, and you will have retested on M5. No, you got 2 on that. So you had the initial reversal alert was there, and then it's literally wicked it by a pip or 2. So basically that is a retest. So, but they've just stop hunted the initial M. So again, looking good. Entry on that, you could stick a pending order just underneath there, or if you've taken a reversal alert, you're in. But pound odds obviously already hit 150, so big extension on that. Pound CAD 100. That's just putting a new high by 3 pipettes. So that's a double top. Bearish engulfing off of a double top. It's a nice looking entry, that. There's a short. Just as it is, basically. And Pound New Zealand. Again, 150 extension on Pound New Zealand. Beautiful reversal, retest. So loads of really good setups this morning on those. If you draw a trend fib on the S&P 500, you'll see that the S&P 500 is sitting on the 50% retracement. Most likely will go to 61.8 to retest. Yeah, this I don't know what's going to go on with the S&P. What trend? What, that whole trend? It's not that the whole trend's not it. No. Do you mean downwards? Can't see where you're thinking of drawing a fib on that. That was the last move from the September lows, and we've retraced 100% on those. So I still think this is a sell. I'm getting more and more thinking. The more I think about this, the more I'm thinking this is that. Weekly chart. That's the trend. You can't really draw a fib from anywhere else but there, apart from obviously the last down move, which is 100% retracement. I mean, you can't take it from there. There's nowhere to take it from. I can't see what you mean there on that one. But I think we're looking to push up and pull back, really. But we'll see. We'll see. Try weekly chart from COVID correction. From there, well, that's not. That's just part of this trend. This is an accumulation in the trend. It's not part of the move. I mean, that's a 38 retracement. I would be much more inclined to stick the fib upside down on that and look for. We've done the 38, and that's too quick to do the 38. I think. I'd be much more inclined to concentrate on the 50 and the 68 coming down in between there, personally. But I mean, it's the thing that is making me bearish on this, and more bearish. I was all for a pullback push on this. But the fact that we've had so many earnings, we're in earnings fortnight, we're halfway through earnings fortnight, the market is not rallying at all. Earnings fortnight is printing money. Most of the time it's printing money. It's not doing it. We are not able to do it. We're rotating every day. There's money moving straight in and straight out of stocks. They're accumulating positions. And I don't think they're accumulating longs. I really don't. I've got a feeling we're going to get the 24 catch up and collapse. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. I've not experienced this before, this type of market movement. It doesn't feel right at all. This is bizarre, this 5 day consolidation we're in. If it stays like this for the rest of the year, I'll be more than happy, because literally I'll just rotate it up and down every day and I'll make $1 million and I won't trade again and I'll go and sit on a beach. They're not going to do that though. I'm almost, like I said the other day, I said to my wife, I don't know if I lose track of what I'm saying to my wife, what I'm saying to you guys. But I was saying, I'm waiting for a pullback up to here, and I'm going to dump 5k into an account, and I'm going to short it. And I'm just going to lose that 5k. If it pushes, I'll lose it. I don't care. I lose it. If it goes down to there, I'm going to pay off my mortgage. Because this thing is just looking so unbelievably heavy at the moment. And, you know, with all the news we've got going on and all the earnings reports we've got coming out, the market's just not able to recover from it. So I think any time we could just put another bear candle in on this. I don't know. It's just really, really, really difficult to read. So, which is why I'm scalping at the moment. I'd much more be inclined to stick a whacking great kind of gamble, if you like, on it. When we get up to here, I'll scale in with 25%, then I'll scale in with another 25, scale in with another 25, and expect the drop. And if I blow that, I blow it. I've made way more than that out of this thing over the last year or so. And I just think it's a really good opportunity. We don't get to play crashes often. Yeah, with the COVID crash, we didn't get an opportunity to play this. We got like oh no, COVID's hit. Oh my God, we're going into lockdown. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Boom. No one was expecting it. If I was expecting it, I'd be mortgage free. I'm not mortgage free, and I want to be mortgage free. So basically, I'm willing to take a gamble on that. The long overdue crash. It is long overdue. There's more and more people siding with the bears at the minute. Respected traders I respect, traders I know, and bankers I know are also siding with the bears on this. Not putting any money on the line on it, but the underlying sort of caution is you can tell in their voices. They're like, not sure. Never heard not sure. So, you know, I just don't know. I don't know. You never know, do you, for sure? I mean, no one knows where it's going to go until it goes, but it's only going to take one more little thing to tip it over the edge. Russia, for example. Russia invading, money's going to come out the stock market faster than you've seen in your life, because everyone's going to go, uh-oh, all these businesses that are doing this, that and the other are going to have to stop doing it, or they're going to have their incomes taken away, and the crash is going to be catastrophic. That's on top of the bubble that's being forecast, which is on top of the movement we've already had out the back of the Santa rally, which was not expected. You know, it's doom and gloom everywhere. And the fact that we're getting positive earnings results and the market's coming down, you know, it doesn't make any sense, does it? It doesn't make any sense. And when it doesn't make any sense, you just have to assume the opposite. What's the 95% doing now? Let's have a look at what the 95% are doing now. Shorting there. Shorting there. Just starting to short, actually. So we're going to get an update today. Do you see what I mean? They're just starting to short the FTSE. It's going to go up this afternoon. Where's the S&P? Right, the market is long at the moment. Big long. Yes, right, so the market's long, yeah? Retail is long. And retail will start to sell off soon, which means we'll get that move, right? And as soon as retail starts to sell off, the market will push up. And there's our retracement. Yeah, and then everyone will go, aha, it's going up. They'll start to buy, and then boom, it'll come down like a rock. That's just what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to get that retracement. I really do. But I don't think we're going to hold it. Don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to spend too much time on that because obviously we've got other things to do. Buying guns and ammo. Yeah, the world's going to be buying guns and ammo. Yeah, you want to be investing in all the stocks basically that manufacture anything to do with the military electronics. They make tanks, guns, anything like that. If they make uniforms for any military, buy their stock. Think of all that. You've got to think ahead when you've got a potential war looming. Not that I think we'll have a war. I think somebody will press a button, the war will be over. That'll be it. Anyway, let's not talk about war. Right, all of the RSIs from earlier are still pretty much where they were. On the 4-hour candles, obviously, we've still got just over 2.5 hours left on these 4-hour candles. So where we are today, a lot of the movement today has been fairly sideways on a lot of stuff. We've had some decent movement down. Let's stop looking at indices. We've had a few movements down, but nothing dramatic. So RSIs are all still extended. So I won't go through all these in detail, but the hourlies are very similar to the 4-hourlies. But the 4-hourlies are all pretty much as we were. So we're expecting a drop on the US dollar yen. We're expecting a drop on the US dollar Swiss. We're expecting a drop on the US dollar CAD. Although this one looks a little bit more dangerous because it's had very nice orderly pullbacks on the way. So this has been taking profit as it's been going. So maybe not such a big one. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. We're expecting a push. Beautiful hammer just gone in on 4-hour. So lovely hammer. Where's that come off of? I think that's the daily levels we were looking at from ages ago, isn't it? Oh no. Yeah. So this is these daily levels where we found all this support resistance in there. So we're putting in a hammer on the 4-hour off of the daily support. Massive. This is the deepest extension we've had on this thing since October. Going, I don't know how long, way back beyond that. So we haven't had an extension this deep. At least a pullback. If not a decent profit take move. So that's New Zealand dollar, US dollar, New Zealand dollar CAD. Again, extended and embedded. Lots of lovely wicks on this. Yeah. Again, when you're looking at potential bottoms, you find many times before a bottom, you get tons and tons and tons of selling pressure, which is just bought up. So they're basically accumulating. The buyers are accumulating all the sell orders down here. Yeah. And pushing back up. Sellers are coming back in, the buyers are buying them all back up. Sellers are coming in, the buyers are buying them all back up. Yeah, and eventually the sellers are going to go, we can't get this any lower. They're going to stop, they're going to join the buyer side, they're going to take profit on their moves. Yeah, they're trying to add to their sell positions, and they're going to go eventually, nah, let's just take our money. Yeah. So that's all really nicely setting up down here. Completely rejecting these lows. Really good looking bottom forming there. New Zealand dollar, pound New Zealand, off to the races. Tweezer tops going in at the moment at 150 ADR on the 4-hour. Again, we're looking very tired up there. Lower time frame. You can see if we've got divergence on that. Not really. It is divergence, but I don't like flat divergence. I prefer that sort of divergence, but still, we're not interested, are we? Not interested in going higher at the moment. Triple topping. So pound New Zealand, again, massive extension. Pound odd, same thing. We looked at it this morning. Pound odd, pound New Zealand are the same thing. Take one or the other. This one's just getting a little bit extended now. Starting to look like it's rolling over, but we've had what, 1, 2, 3. Pause candle, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. Can't count. 4, 5, 6, 7. Up candles on the trot. 2 days solid. Rocket. Yeah. People in here are going to be getting ready to go home, and they're going to want to take profit on their moves. So just watch this one as well. Triple topping, same as the pound New Zealand. Yeah. This is looking really heavy up there at the moment. Euro US dollar we've kind of looked at. just starting to move. It's retracing at the moment, so we'll see if this retracement holds. Euro pound just about got extended, double bottoming. Again, look for potential double bottom on that one. Dangerous, as I say. I don't like long in the euro at all. Much rather be shorting it. So, but you know, double bottoms are double bottoms. They hold and they work. So look for some support down there, nicely extended, but we've only just got extended down there. As I said before, this was the trade up there. Aussie US, again, massive extension. We're down in the 20s. Pin bar, beautiful. Rejection at the lows. Let's just have a look at where we are. Oh, too far. So where we are right now is 69,673. Not really. I mean, it's this area, but this area here is obviously here. Yeah, so this is the support and resistance. Let's just draw a line in on that one and just see where we are in relation to that. So that's there. Let me just colour that one so we know what it is. Right, so we've basically we've tapped down into that level. If we see a 3-bar reversal go in here, so I want to finish up back above that line on this 4-hour candle. We've got 3.5 hours to get it back up there. If they can manage that, would be a nice looking long. But where it is at the moment, there's no real reason for that apart from ADR. But the ADR players obviously happened. So that's what I would like to see. But again, US dollar could well just go, couldn't it, today? Fingers crossed. But that's massively extended. So again, same thing. Aussie dollar or New Zealand dollar, not both. Pound, New Zealand, pound, odd, not both. Yeah, same thing applies. Just trade the Aussie or the New Zealand. And Aussie dollar CAD. Yeah, still heavy. I mean, you just got to wait for some reversal on this. Just had a reversal alert. It's just starting. What's it doing on the hourly? Embedded. Yeah, this is coming down hard, isn't it? The Canadian dollar is really strong at the minute. I'm thinking it's not CAD strong. It's just Aussie dollar weakness, isn't it? It's New Zealand dollar strength. Yeah, it's a strong New Zealand dollar basically, which is pushing this one down. So again, that is going to weaken. We've had a double bottom put in there, but the thing with this one, we've just had this break and retest and put in a new high. So where we are at the moment is exactly where I would want to be buying, because we've got the low, high, higher low, higher high. This is the higher low for the next leg up. So this is exactly where you would want to be looking for longs, and we are positioned on the 4-hour, kind of not quite right for it, but it's kind of double bottoming, so it kind of looks okay as a long, but not that interested. So I was just looking at Aussie dollar New Zealand dollar because I was looking at the Aussie dollar CAD trying to figure out what was happening with the Aussie CAD. So it's New Zealand. That's why I was looking at that one. So yeah, New Zealand dollar strength. I don't know why this one's coming down. Just trying to figure out why the Aussie dollar's coming down. It's so hard. Just looks like it's selling off at the minute for some reason. Not quite sure what the cause of that one is. But it's still coming down. So it is very nicely extended. We haven't had a breather. Let's not over-analyse it. We haven't had a breather on it yet. So looking for a 38.50 or a 61.8. There is your resistance, which is at 50. So when this does go, if this gets embedded and continues down, we're going to get this sort of situation where we get a pull back up. Be looking for a 50% retracement on the move. So it's exactly the same as this, basically. It just doesn't seem to be wanting to stop at the moment. Right. So I'm just reading your messages. I think PMIs are moving down, so the stock market should turn bearish. We'll see. Buying guns and ammo, yeah, talked about that. Pound New Zealand. Look at the RSI on the daily. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. Just got to go and grab a parcel. 1 sec. Someone's been shopping. Wasn't me. Sorry about that. Right. So that's basically the analysis on the FX pairs. There's still loads of opportunities for pullbacks, profit takes, mean reversion trades. Tons of them. Just don't get into too many when they're this extended. Obviously, watch your exposure. Don't get into more than a couple at a time to make sure you're not overexposing. Over to futures. So today we've rotated down so far. So look at the hourly on the NASDAQ. S&P coming down hard at the open. Very hard. So basically we've rotated down today so far. Just about. And we've pushed back up again. So really today what I'm looking for is a little bit of a pullback and then hopefully a push. So we're just going to watch the 15-minute open and then just see where we get to and see how far we get down today. We've got this big propulsion move here that we've had off the back of the news. So a retest of this area and buyers starting to step in would be kind of spot on. So sell off and push if we can out of that area. So we'll see if we get that move starting off. Just have a look at levels. So we've double bottomed on the S&P and the NAS as well. We're still holding this level, aren't we? Okay. So how aggressive do we want to be and how far up do we think we're going today? Looking like we're getting an immediate rejection out of there. Pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand? I forgot. What did I forget about on Pound New Zealand? Oh, Pound New Zealand. I forgot this one on the here, did I? Pound odd and Pound New Zealand. Did I? I'm sure I looked at both of these, didn't I? Pound odd and Pound New Zealand. Because I said do one or the other. That was a triple top. But yeah, they're the same. Pound New Zealand, pound odd, down. Get down. At some point. Very extended. A lot of stuff's very extended at the minute. Squeezes everywhere. Okay, just ticked up. I'm going aggressive today. I've had a good morning. So I'm going aggressive. We just come off this potential support. And I like this level on the ES and the S&P. This is the buy area here. I don't normally add to losing positions. But I'm quite happy to average in on the open in this area. So basically buying in this area, assuming that we're going to get the rejection. So I'm going to take a couple of positions to get in. And if that goes today, hopefully we're going to get a trend day. That's what you want to hear about the pound New Zealand. All I can say on the pound New Zealand is down. Get down. It's like a naughty dog, isn't it? Oh no, we've gone horrible colour. That's where support is, and we've got support there. So down to there as a minimum when it goes, but it's not going at the moment. It's just still pushing. So got to wait. I love that triple top though. It's just really just getting rejected out those highs all the time, which is lovely. 150 on pound odd. Pound odd's just broken highs. So pound odd's just broken it. So I would imagine pound New Zealand's about to break it as well. Downship. It's very, 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 very. I mean, he's exhausted. Let's have a look at where it is on the daily. I mean, look at us on the daily. We're embedded on the daily. Look, you don't often get that straight. We've had this really weird New Zealand dollar weakness, and we've had this pound pop, and it's just a little. It's the combination of the two. Like I say, this thing used to trade at 350 ADR, and it's just been asleep for such a long time. Maybe this is the awakening, and great if it is, long overdue. But yeah, would be nice. News today, obviously, we've got Caterpillar and Chevron this afternoon as earnings releases. Or today, we've had them already, pre-market. Just quickly reading the new news. Just checking if there's any news. There's not. Buying another one. Initial rejection out of there. It's where I'm getting far too aggressive and it all goes wrong. Those lows aren't holding. Getting out of one. I'm going to hold one just to see if we get the support at the bottom here on this wick. So this is the 15-minute low going in now. Got 4 minutes. Still holding at the moment. This is going to be the one day, isn't it, where we get the opposite rotation. We've been getting New York going the other way to London, and today it's going to be sod's law, isn't it? That New York decides to go the same way as London. That one day. We are getting good rejection out of this area on the NAS and the S&P though. Well, it's holding anyway, put it that way. And that'll do for me. So this is the initial push off the back of the news that we're basically retracing into at the moment. So the Euro US dollar will be doing the same thing, I would imagine. Yeah, so we got the retracement back in. We're just starting to pull out now. So if we get a strong push there, potentially we will mimic that here, but we'll see. I'm not going to let this go too far. $13,900 breaks, we could get a big drop really fast. So let's see if it holds. 1 minute left on the candle. Got this area as well, potentially acting as support resistance, these wicks for the S&P. So it's got some support, but looking heavy. Oh, it's closed right on it. 13,900 close on the dot. I'll take one more brick down and then I'm off. No. Flat. Okay, so we'll see how we get this rotation at the bottom. If we get a rotation at the bottom of the 15-minute open, exactly the inverse of what we got yesterday, basically. So yesterday's moves were obviously the other way. So we got the push up at the open here. So this is the open. We pushed up out the top of London and then collapsed down. So as we've had a down day in London, be looking for a rotation down below, maybe a double bottom, and then push up, pull back, and push out the top. And that'll give us an up day, which will be our first proper up day, won't it? So that's the plan. I wanted to get in a bit aggressive there just to see if literally they were going to do a little pullback and these buyers were going to step in and just go straight out the gates, but they've not done that. So good plan, but didn't work. We're just not getting those straightaway moves anymore. We haven't had them for ages. So I was just hopeful today because we had a down day. You can but hope. Still can't get in the mindset of shorting this. It's just really alien to be able to want to naturally short the indices, especially in earnings. It's just not right. You don't usually want to do it. Just gonna have a quick look at what the stocks have done that have had the earnings. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. That ain't positive, is it? So that's why we had the down day today. Potentially. Not been any positive news, is there? So next week we've got Google, General Motors, PayPal, Starbucks, AMD, Exxon, Alibaba, and Starbucks all on the same day. It's like the who's who of tech and huge corp. Literally aftermarket as well. So big one. And then obviously Amazon on Thursday along with Ford. So still big weeks next week. We're going to get some big volatility, big candlesticks, the same as we've had, I think, next week. But will it be rotational? If it is rotational, if we get through this whole earnings fortnight with just rotational moves, I don't know what's going to happen. Well, I hope we're just going to pull up so I can get my 5k order on and drop it. Buy everybody a beer. Okay, going long one. Rejecting the 15-minute low. We're rejecting out of this buy area on the S&P. We're starting to find buyers at this level. Just drop it down to the 1 minute. Just kind of want to micro-analyze this at the minute because it's. I just want to see some patterns lower down. Just want to see some bulls coming in because just worried about a big drop fast on it. You can kind of see the 1 minute chart playing out down here anyway, but. There's more sellers coming in. There we go. Okay, so we're looking for new high. And that will give us our initial start the pullback, and we'll see if we can get some momentum from there. Adding one more. A bit premature that. I should have actually waited for that to break above that high. That was a little bit early, that one. So 1400. This is the magic number at the minute. We are literally rotating around 14,000 rather, and unable to escape up or down. We've been basically up to 14.2, hovering at 14.2, hovering at 14,000, hovering at 14.2. This is just seems to be the story at the minute. So literally just trying to get in and out as we're kind of repeating that cycle. So 13,700. So we've got 1,000 point range basically to play with at the moment. 7 minutes until the Michigan sentiment report. Unlikely to do anything but keep your wits about you at 3 o'clock just in case. If you see any big, fast, sharp movements, might be worth exiting stuff. Put him back down again. So I'm basically just looking to see if we can hold structure. At the moment, we're potentially still bearish, but I'm looking for this to hold around here somewhere to put in a new high. That's why I said I got in a bit early on that. I should have waited on that second position until we'd actually made a new high. We didn't make a new high, so I was adding to basically a bearish market structure. Need it to break above there, then get in. But already in, can't do anything about it. Indecision. Aussie dollar yen has just hit ADR. Tapping again. Tight old range down here at the minute. Lovely push on the euro US dollar. So US dollar still pushing. Sorry, still coming down. We should be seeing some buying coming in on this really. There we go. A little bit of action coming in. So euros, if you're on the euro US dollar, we just had the retest of that gap. So we got rejected on the push on the news. Those buyers have just stepped in, added to positions. Need to propel through there. If we get through there, you've got 200 ADR day ahead of you potentially. It's not going to do that in today, but I mean that's the next move all the way up there. Has anybody else got? Who's got a dog? Who's got a dog here? And what breed have you got? Just want to see if anybody's got the same breed of dog that I've got, and I want to see if your dog is as mad as my dog. You can probably hear I don't know if you can hear my dog barking in the background. But another dog rudely walked across the front of our house on the other side of the road. Unacceptable to my dog. She's obviously got some kind of weird sixth sense because I didn't even spot the dog. We're in real indecision here. We're stuck. Zero direction. Does not know what to do today so far. Two Labradoodles, both mad. Excellent, David. Yeah, that's what I was hoping you were going to say. I've got a cockapoo. Obviously crossed with a poodle. French bulldog. Nice. Yeah, it's obviously the poodle, isn't it? Your dog is exactly the same as mine, Labradoodle, except it's bigger, obviously, because it's a Labrador instead of a Cocker Spaniel cross. But totally crazy. Unbelievably crazy. She literally leaps in the air and does 360 somersaults when there's another human being nearby. She's utter lunatic. And does yours do a doodle dash? They call it the doodle dash. Suddenly she'll just go, I'm going to go mental. And she'll run. Like around the house, up the stairs, down the stairs, and she'll go and then go in the garden and fly around the garden and just, for no reason whatsoever, just goes absolutely crazy. Just absolutely crazy breed. They don't molt though, that's why we got her, because we like clean. Can't be asked to hoover all the time, so we got something that doesn't molt. Unfortunately, what they didn't tell us was you have to spend 35 quid a month getting them groomed. Because they don't molt, their hair just grows. Didn't think that through, did we? I'd rather hoover every week than pay you 35 quid a month to get the thing cut. So. Your brother's got a cockapoo, Peter, yeah. They're lovely dogs. So super affectionate. She loves humans way more than dogs. She hates dogs. I think that's because we don't socialise her enough with other dogs, but... humans, lick them to death. Dogs, she'll eat them. She almost caught a cat in the garden yesterday as well. My wife let her out and didn't see the cat, and the cat didn't see the dog either until the dog was halfway across the garden. I've never seen a cat move so fast or jump so high in my life. It literally did our 6-foot fence in a leap with all 4 paws. You know those things you see where the cats are standing on all 4 paws and suddenly for no reason they suddenly leap 3 foot in the air? I don't know how they do it, but they do it. That's what this cat did. And it literally grabbed onto the fence and went over the fence. Hilarious. We got a really weird price action pattern going on down here. They don't stink like Labradors, no. I'm getting out of one of these. I'm probably going to go flat on this, actually. This is like an odd today. We're just potentially double bottoming. Just reducing risk on it in case we do tick down again. But this is just Wick City. Just accumulating everybody's orders down here at the minute. Including mine at the moment. Groomers every 6 weeks work for you, Andrew. Yeah, David. Yeah, we are. We're about 4 to 6 weeks. Probably is about 6 weeks, actually. Yeah, probably right. Feels like every 4 weeks because I have to pay for it. We've got quite a strong support here, which we are sitting at right now. This is kind of where we've kind of stalled out here a few times at the end of lunch in London before we moved, but I don't know, it doesn't feel right as a support, really. Be better off coming all the way down, but we'll see what happens here. It might hold. And then I'm not going to add again until we get back above here, if we get back above there. Got a bad feeling about today. Doesn't look right. Feels heavy. People say, you hear people saying market feels heavy. It's just, this feels heavy. It's where it kind of doesn't go anywhere, and it ever so just like it's just doing this all the time, and then it'll suddenly go bleh. All the buyers will puke and you're off. Just realizing how valuable the Renko blocks are for the strategy. Yeah. It's just simple. It's just simple. Simplifying things. Because it's showing me candlesticks obviously are great for price action, for finding and spotting rejection and that sort of stuff. But this is price. Renko is price. So when we move down 50 ticks, we move down 50 ticks. So it's showing me what's happening with price. This is showing me what's happening with price and time. They're different, completely different charting systems. This is not time related at all. Yeah, you can see this, how long we've been in this chop, going up and down, up and down, up and down. We've actually been in it for 20 minutes. So if you want to know how long, this thing could extend along there, right, in 5 minutes. If this suddenly went crazy like that in one 5-minute candle, Renko would be all the way over here, because it's not measuring time, it's measuring price movement up and down. And price movement up and down is where we as traders find support and resistance. This simplifies support and resistance. That's what it's there for. It's hard to see here where I want to get out of a position. It's really easy to see here where I want to get out of a position. So this helps me so much in taking loss. And if, like with everything, I keep saying it, if you can reduce your losses, you will make more money. You're going to win as many as you're going to win. You're always going to win those winners. They're always going to work for you. If you can reduce the amount of losses that you take when you're wrong, that improves your profitability. And that's what that really, really helps with. We're ticking up now. I'm still not going to add on yet. I want to see some bullish price action before I add. I don't trust it. And obviously, if you want to see a slower version of price movement, you up your brick size. Yeah, see where I've been chopped around here. I've been chopped out of 3 positions here, haven't I? I'm not quite sure if you would have even got in a position. You would have got in, if you were using Renko tick up to get in, you'd have got in 1 there. And look at what we're doing here now. W. Yeah, so M pattern. Break. Retest. Pull back. Drop. Just so simple. But slow, obviously. That's a bit too slow for me. I can't... I don't get into enough positions. I like to get in and add when it's going my way, and it's too slow, 100. A lot of people trade 20s as well, 20s and 25s, but I find that a bit too quick. But, you play with your... play with settings, and you have to just get used to it and watch it. And this is much more faster scalping kind of. This is kind of equivalent to more of a 1-minute chart. But see here, you see an awful lot more what's going on with prices. It's almost like a tick chart. Well, it is a tick chart. It's measuring movement rather than individual price price movements. It's not going anywhere though. I really don't like this price action at all. Just feels like we're just going to pop. I just want to be ready to get out. In fact, I'm just going to put a stop on there in case it does just go. I don't want to get caught the wrong side of it, not watching. Actually, I can now actually move. See what I mean about intensity of scalping? This is what I've been doing all day, and you can't stop concentrating. That's the first time I haven't concentrated since we've started this session, because I put that stop in there, and I'm now like, right, whatever. I don't have to watch it anymore. It's so intense. You can't use stops in scalping because you get stopped out all the time. You have to get in and get out. Otherwise, you just end up getting death by 1,000 cuts if you use a stop loss when you're scalping. It really is. Right, so we're pulling back down again on the Euro US. So the US dollar is looking a bit heavy again. Let's have a look at the other US pairs. Pound is coming down as well. New Zealand is holding up. So we've got some New Zealand dollar strength. Really strong New Zealand dollar, look. So we're going to be getting a strong Aussie as well. And Aussie New Zealand down, I would imagine, because it's a much stronger New Zealand dollar. So, yeah. So we seem to be manipulating the Aussie and the Aussie and the New Zealand dollar at the minute. Pounds coming down across the board. Be even faster on the pound New Zealand. So we've just taken that triple top out. Stop hunted it. Now we're dropping. But US dollar is still looking fairly strong. Okay, so finally got some up movement. Okay, going along one more. Next target to break is there. Just getting through this lot. They calm the price action in the lower time frames. Yeah. So it's just gets rid of the chop. The beauty of candlesticks is the wicks. Yeah, the thing that I've always paid attention to, and I think everybody should pay attention to, is the wicks. So you get bullish engulfings and bearish engulfings, we know. Hammers and shooting stars, yeah? And dojis and spinning tops. For me, these three are the most important, because when you get these candlestick patterns, they are showing you price halting and going back the other way, yeah? So that wick was can't buy anymore, sellers. This wick, these two wicks were can't sell anymore, buyers, yeah? Tweezer bottoms, triple bottoms, wicks. The wicks are what are important, and that's why I need candlesticks, so I can see what's happening. And you know, my favorite candlestick pattern, the 3-bar reversal. Yeah, this is a massive 3-bar reversal here, but this is obviously a news event. But the 3-bar reversal started there, but that wick on that doji is the most important part of that candlestick pattern. Those wicks on that bullish engulfing are the most important part of that candlestick pattern. So these tell me when these are a get ready, it looks like something's going to happen. This is at a level that makes sense. Tick up means we're starting, jump in. That's literally it. A combination of those three conditions together. A reason to stop it here with a signal that says, looks like the sellers are running out of steam, and then pop. And that's literally what I'm doing when I'm scalping on here as well. It's the same. That's the news trades, so you can't really count those. Let's just pick a couple of others. US 30s. No, let's do this in DAXs, because the US 30s were different. That's news. So yeah, if you look at these, I don't know, just pick some at random. Got to try and find them now. Yeah, look where I got in short here. It's pure price action. I got in short here because we had a big strong push up. We had a whacking great wick put in and a bearish candle. So I thought, right, brilliant. We get another bearish candle. And I was like, 2 bearish candles, jumping in. get out. Got out because we hit that level there. 3 minutes, in, out, 100 quid. Wicks. Bearish engulfing, wick followed by a wick. It's literally pure price action. That's all I do, pure price action on this. But you haven't got time. You can't. There's no indicator that can help you on the 1 minute chart. Yeah, market reversal alert indicator. Yes, you can use it, but you're getting in late with it. It works fine. I mean, you know, it does work, but you're getting in a bit late. If you can trade pure price action, look at that gap, push, rejection, bearish engulfing. I'd have been all over that if I'd have seen it. So that's kind of the same thing as I'm doing here. But with futures, it just works. It just works better. This combination, I think, I find anyway. But I've been pure price action trading for a long time. That's what's made me profitable. When I was when I became break even, the thing that made me break even was price action. And I concentrated solely on price action at support and resistance levels. And then it all happened. Yeah. And then I looked further from price action into pattern recognition, which is where the market reversal alert indicator comes from, which is market structure. So it's just all kind of fits together, but it all starts with price action. You need candlesticks. I think you need candlesticks as a technical trader. Renko, literally, you can use Renko as support and resistance, but it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you the story of price. Yeah, this here doesn't tell you the story. This here, which is the same movement, tells you the story. Yeah, so it's a combination of the two. Christy, how do you get Renko on the chart? This is NinjaTrader, and it comes with NinjaTrader. Renko as a charting system is just, you get Renko charts, you can have range charts, you can have tick charts. They're just different types of charting system. So it's just not a time-based chart. It's a movement-based chart. Similar to a range chart. But it's bog standard charting. Doesn't come with MT4 and MT5. They're not clever enough. Hope there's no one from MQL5 watching. They are clever enough. They just haven't incorporated Renko. It's used an awful lot more in futures than it is in Forex and CFDs. I don't know why, because it's brilliant. Okay, we're pushing up still. We've just broken above that support resistance level. Do I dare? Yes. I'm going to add another one. You're using Ninja but can't see Renko. So go into this one here. Let me open a new chart. So when you go to new chart, it will come up with this box, data series, instrument. So you pick your instrument, and then it will come up with what type of data series you want. You choose the type from the drop down, which will be set to minute. You choose, and there's loads of others. You can have Heikenashis, Kagis, point and figure. Point and figure's awful. Definitely don't use point and figure. You found it, yeah. And you just choose Renko. And you pick the size. You pick how many days you want to load in, and all the other candlestick, everything. Had to add it to this. Yeah, it won't be in here. If you have never done it, you can go to configure. And then you can find it in here. You have to add Renkos in to intervals. But if you've already set Renko up, when you add a chart, it will be there. Yeah, good point. Ninja is a lot more complex. It's a lot more powerful than MT4 from a charting perspective. But with great power comes great complexity. Spider-Man wouldn't say. Still pushing, coming up into this potential sell area up here. Have you tried Renko on TradingView? No, I don't use TradingView. But it'll be the same. Renko's Renko. There's no different types of Renko. Renko is a charting system. It literally plots X ticks up, X ticks down. It'll be the same on everything. I'm using 50s on NASDAQ. Taking one off. No, I'm not. I'm hovering over the sell button. I'm thinking about taking one off. Hard. Got propulsion gap going in, so we're likely to pull back into it. Got 1 minute left on this candle. No, done. Selling one. It's back down to 2 positions. Going to pull back. What brick size? Yeah, so I'm using 50s for the NAS. If you go to S&P, obviously these are all dependent on tick size, yeah? So this moves in 25s, the same as that does, but the movement on it, obviously we've only got 4 digits on the S&P, and on the NAS we've got 5 digits. So the Renko on here, you'll just have to play around with what you want, really. But I don't really trade S&P as much, so I haven't really focused on it. But you kind of want lower numbers with S&P. I'd probably go somewhere between 10 to 20, I'd imagine. What's the price action like? Let's have a look. 14.35. So that high is 43.12. Down here. So that would have been there. So this top of this wick 10 minutes ago is there on a 5 Renko. So all of this movement, that's too fast. That's too fast. You probably want 20. I had it set to 20. That's probably why I had it set to 20. 20 is probably about right. So that lovely double bottom at 42.86, yeah, is here. Yeah, so all this chop and consolidation on Renko was a W. 20 is about right, I think. Still hovering up the top there. I don't want to push it to that. I'm going to get rid of another one. Just get rid of that loss, and I'm just going to hold one position at the minute. Looking to pull back basically into this wick, and then potentially get a push off of that. So I'm looking for a pullback into this high, and then a tick up out of that high to get into another position. Just turned a $400 odd loss into a break even at the moment, and I've got 600 banked already this morning, so I don't want to push it, but it does look bullish again. If I'd have waited, I said it, didn't I? Before we even looked at the charts, I said what I'm looking for today is a break below the 15-minute open and then a push. And what did I do? I got in 10 minutes before the 15-minute open had even been put in and lost $400. So if I listened to myself, I'd have been getting in down there. But hey, how often do we listen to ourselves? So we're just pulling back to this gap fill at the minute. We're just filling the wick on the S&P. For anyone interested, these guys produce Omnibar, which is an MT4 indicator. It will produce range bars, Renko, and indeed point and figure on MT4. Yeah, there's an Omnia bar. There's a few. I've got. I'm just going to quickly set a buy. Just a buy stop up there. Just move that sell stop up as well. Just in case I want. If we tick up 2, I'm going to get into another one. So. Yeah, so this indicator, if you want to Google this one, it's called STG Renko chart. So this is for MT4, STG _ Renko chart. You'll find this on Forex Factory. And basically what you do is you put this onto your chart, yeah, and it creates an offline Renko for you. So you can then put them side by side. What the hell's all those lines? Oh, that's because I've got period separators on. I'm going to clean it up. Yeah, so there's a Renko. And you can say I want 50s, whatever you want. I normally go with around about quarter of an ADR. So 130. Here comes the calculator. Divided by 4. 32. Yeah, so that's a quarter ADR Renko chart. And the market reversal alert indicator works absolutely beautifully on Renko. It works the same. The last up candle before the down move. So the Renko works with the market reversal alert indicator as well. It's lovely. But yeah, there's that one available. STG Renko. Is it STG Renko? Yeah. STG Renko chart. Everyone's furiously leaving the stream now and Googling it. But that's the best one I found for MT4. And it's free, which is even better. I've tried 2 commercial ones as well. I haven't actually tried that Omnia bar. I don't know what that one is, but I tried 2 commercial ones as well, and they weren't as good as that one. In fact, they weren't as good. They weren't as bad. They were the same. Like I say, Renko's Renko. If it draws blocks on the chart, so it is what it is. I've used it for a couple of years as I trade on DAX on range bars. Yeah, very, very similar range bars. In fact, it's the same pretty much, isn't it? We're just pulling back. Just keeping an eye on this this one. Obviously, same as yesterday. This is either a pullback on the bull move, or this is the pullback on the bear move. Don't know which yet. Until we get a break, we have no confirmation of any directional bias whatsoever yet, because we're still sitting in the 15-minute opening range. One or the other. I'm long. It's good, but not cheap. Yeah, it's. Do you know if you want to use Renko, yeah, the best thing you can do is go and get NinjaTrader, download NinjaTrader, and you get free data with it for 30 days when you download it for the first time. You get a free trial license of data. The software's free. Use Ninja. Use Ninja for charting. Use MT4 for entering. Yeah. This and Tradeovate. I've got the best Renko. The most configurable Renko charting if you want it. We all concentrate on candlesticks because everybody trades price action, but the combination of the two is much more powerful, I think. You need price action, but price action, market structure, support and resistance, as far as I'm concerned, that's all you need. And to know how the market works in Forex, obviously. And this is driven by greed. Greed makes things go up. Normally. Until some bloke says, nah, we're all going down. And then everything collapses. Until the Fed stops printing money, which is, funnily enough, what they've just done. It's all a bit dangerous at the minute. So, we're still holding down here. I really miss the days, like I said yesterday, the DAX opened yesterday. It's almost like the DAX was just opening its eyes. And it didn't even move yesterday. We had literally, I think, 3-minute candles before the DAX even moved. And this is what we're seeing at the minute. We're not getting any of these big, strong, out of the gates, greyhound moves that we're used to getting on indices. It's just dull dishwater rotations, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, some huge just collapse, which you're not expecting. Look, we're just... Ugh. It's horrible. That move that we were what we were trading yesterday. I made my money yesterday here. And then it just went bleh, bleh. And then we just sat getting chopped for over half an hour. It's really odd. It's horrible. I can see why people give up before they get started with trading. Because if you get into Forex or anything at the wrong time, you will never, ever see any gains. If you get in, if you suddenly take up trend trading, you dive into Forex and go, I'm going to be a trend trader. And every single market you pick ranges for 2 weeks, which it does 80% of the time, obviously. You're just going to go, this is impossible, and you're going to give up. If the first thing you discover is a breakout strategy, and all that happens is you go range bound and they just do stop hunts for 2 weeks, you're going to give up. And it's the people that go, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try this, and then 3 years later they've tried everything, they go, I understand the market. Those are the ones that make it. Understand that you've got no idea which way it's going, and no matter what system you buy, it's not going to work. What you've got to do is get in and get out when the market moves in the direction it's going, and that's it. And understand how it works, how buyers and sellers work, and that's literally all you need to know as far as I'm concerned. When it's gone down a long way, it's going to spring back the other way. All you need is something to tell you it's starting to spring back, get in. Okay, that's it. It really is that simple, isn't it? I keep saying it over and over again. You've got tools that tell you when the market is doing that. Yeah. And again, here you go. Remember what I was just saying about wicks. Yeah. Market condition is shot to bits. Too many people have sold and they haven't taken profit yet. Screech to a halt. Bang. That's all you need. You need to know that these guys have got to get out their positions. That's literally, it's that simple. You just need something to tell you that that's happening. But you don't, it doesn't matter how many people I tell that to. They'll still go off and try and find the thing that gets them a Lamborghini in a month. But hey, I wanted a Lamborghini when I started. I managed to get to a Porsche. Guy around the corner's got a Lamborghini. We were driving around the corner the other day, and all of a sudden there's a Lamborghini on his drive, and he's got his garage open. It's like, he's got a black Huracan tucked away in a semi-detached 4-bedroom house. It's like, Where'd that come from? I've been trading for 4 years, but just tried the indices for the first time literally the week before the correction. Yes. This is what I mean. It's such a tough job to get into, which is what I went on a rant about yesterday morning in the live room. It is a very, very, very hard thing. You can't just do it. You've got to spend time knowing and seeing what is happening. You just need to see, right? At the moment, one of two things is going to happen from here. We are either going to bounce before we get down here and do that, or we're going to break that low. One of those two things is going to happen. It's that foresight of knowing that or that. That is how you make money. By understanding market structure and what the market are doing, what these guys have bought and now they're selling off and now they're buying again and now they're selling off. Are they selling off as a profit take, or is this the sellers finishing their profit take and adding to their positions? We don't know. So at the moment, I'm gambling, if you like, on it being a profit take push. There's a lot of other people at the moment who have just sold it there, assuming that this is going to be the sellers adding to their positions. Some of us will be right, some of us will be wrong. If this breaks above those highs, all those guys that went, actually, no, I was wrong, are now going to go flipping the way that I'm going. If I'm wrong, I'm going to wait for it to come down. If it retests the 15 minute and goes bearish, then I'll go short. So I'll flip onto their side. Just, Darmon, do you know about Sphere Tester? Yeah, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about Sphere Tester. It was a long time ago, probably 6 months plus ago. Awesome bit of kit, Sphere Tester. Haven't got it on this machine. Can't show it to you. But it's an EA for back testing. So you can go and practice in the strategy tester with buys and sells, and really good. Go and look it up. It's 50 quid, $50. I'll find it. Really, really, really good bit of kit. Wrong one. It's $50. It's just spheretester.com. Just type Sphere Tester into Google. Basically, you can... it's not a very good website, but there's a little video on it. That's going to maximize full screen. My monitor's far too big. But basically, you've got controls to buy and sell. Yes, you've got buttons to buy and sell. So basically, you just run it in the strategy tester, and it ticks forwards with your charts with whatever indicators you want on it. And basically, you just keep hitting the buy button, the sell button, the close button. And it's just, you're trading, but you're trading in the simulator. So you can trade 4 months in 10 minutes. So it builds that muscle memory that you need to spot market patterns, market rotations, and spot price action unfolding. Yeah, so that's going down at the moment, that candlestick. Short it, sell, right? And then it will tick on, and you will either get out your position, or you will you can add stops, you can drag stops around. It's got a news filter, shows you all your trades, it shows you when news is coming up, so you can say, right, I would have got out here because we're just about to get news. Absolutely brilliant bit of kit. I spent, oh God, I don't know how many hours I spent in this, practicing. Really, really good. Like I say, it's $50, I think it is. $49. Go and buy it if you've got MT4. If you want to practice over the weekends, spend all weekend practicing on charts, live charts, pretending it's live, and not having to wait for every candle to close and just go through months and months and months of price action. Awesome. Thanks for reminding me about that, Peter. It's a really good bit of kit, that. Okay, am I right? I don't know. But at the moment, looking long. Just missed my buy stop, look. Gosh, it's slow again today, isn't it? How did I hone my index scalping skills? I haven't really. I don't know how to answer that. Just trading, really. I used to scalp. I used to scalp years and years and years ago. I used to scalp. This is kind of what I used to do then, but I don't know. I haven't really honed anything. It's more just price action. Like I say, it's price action. I'm just looking for price action. If we get a load of wicks to the downside and a bullish engulfing, it's a buy. If it then pulls down again, I get out. The key to scalping or any low time frame trading, 5 minute. Some people class 5 minute as scalping. I really look at 1 minute. 5 minute is intraday. Well, I suppose scalping is obviously intraday, isn't it? But 5 minute or 1 minute, really, or 2 minute, 3 minute. A lot of people trade 2 minute charts and 3 minute charts as well, which is the other beauty about Ninja Trader. Yeah, if I want to go to a 3 minute chart, I can. Can't do it in MT4. You can do it in MT5. 10 minute charts. You know, you pick a time frame. If I want to go with a I don't know, let's go with a 22 minute chart. Yeah, I can have it if I want it. I can go and have a 22 minute chart. No idea what the point of it would be, but you can have a 22 minute chart if you want. But yeah, I don't really have an answer for that, how I did it. What is important with scalping is getting out fast. Yeah, so like I say, I don't use a stop loss. This is going okay at the moment. I'm just going to get into a second position in a minute. I'm just going to let that carry on. I'll show you on MT4. So looking at the trades I took, a couple of the trades I took today. Here. Let me just put that so we can see them. Yeah. So the stop loss on this instantly gets entered at 30 up there somewhere, right? Let me find a loss. Right, so let's take this win as a start, right? So here's my TP. Yeah, I ignore that and I ignore that. I enter a TP and I enter a stop. And the reason I do that is in case we get some crazy slippage or some crazy news event that just goes bang, I want to get out. I won't get that level. I'll never get that level. I'll get slipped somewhere, but I want to be out if that happens. Likewise, if that happens, I'm just going to go, thank you. I'll take it. So when I hit the buy sell button, I instantly get in with a stop loss and a take profit. And then I wait and see what happens with price. If price moves in my direction, I add again. If it moves down again, I add again. Because if I'm right on what I think is going to happen, it tends to happen straight away. If it goes like that, I'm out. I don't wait for it to hit the stop. I get out of the position. So let's have a look at a loss. So there's one there. That was a break even, wasn't it, that one? Let's have a look at a proper loss. That's probably a proper loss. 2, 3. So there's 3 losses there, which were 12.44 here. These were buys, right? So I entered long. Yeah, we had a big, strong push down. Bullish engulfing. Yeah, followed by a bullish engulfing. We broke that high. Yeah, so I entered long. We pulled back, didn't go anywhere. Pulled back, went bullish. Entered a second position. Yeah, we pushed up. We came back down to it. And we would have probably hovered. What probably happened here was we probably hovered a little bit. And I entered another position. And then basically we got this big red candle, and I was like, nope, I'm out. My stop on this was down here somewhere. It was 30 odd away, right? I didn't get stopped out. I got out the market because this whacking great bearish engulfing came in, and I was wrong. If I was right, it would have done that, and I'd have been out and exited up there. But I was wrong, so I got out. And that's the key for me to scalping. And you see me do it in the futures. If I'm wrong, I get out. I'm wrong, I get out. Yeah. I don't have a stop loss and a take profit and a risk reward. I add to positions as they go my way, and I get out of positions that come against me. So what happens is, if I get into one long and it goes against me, I lose one. If I get into one long and it pushes my way and pulls back, and I get into a second one, then it pushes my way, I'm 2 contracts long. So I'm double long. So not my winners are much bigger because I've got 2 contracts on. If it pulls back and then pushes up again and I get into another one there and it pushes up, I'm 3 contracts long. So I'm adding to my winners as they become winners. If it starts to look like a loser, I just scrap it. And you see me, I went $400 down. I then added 3 contracts, didn't I? Which on this move up, and I've completely erased it all. So that's, to me, that's what scalping is all about. Getting out quick. Using risk reward doesn't really come into it. If I set a risk reward of, I don't know, let's say we're using Renko bricks. If I go, my risk is 3 Renko bricks, my reward is 6 Renko bricks, what you'll find will happen is it will pull back 2 Renko bricks, move up 5 Renko bricks, pull back 3 Renko bricks, and you'll scrap it and you go, no, it didn't work. If I get in long and it moves up 3 Renko bricks and I've put 3 positions on it because it's going my way, I just get out with whatever I've got. If it moves 1 Renko brick against me, I'll close it. If I was using Renko. I'm not using Renko in that way, but do you see what I mean? It's the cut your losers short, let your winners run, but don't let your winners run, add to your winners. And I think that's the difference between people that make scalping work and people that don't. If you go in and enter with a risk reward, your mindset is, that is what's going to happen. I'm either going to get stopped out or I'm going to hit profit. I don't look at scalping that way. I look at it as I'm going to get in. If I don't like the look of the trade, I'll get out. Worst case scenario, I'm going to lose a little bit of money. If I get in and all of a sudden it does that, I'm going to buy it again because I'm right, aren't I? There you go. I've added another contract. I'm 3 long now. I'm right. I know I'm right because it's going my way. So I'm assuming we're going to go up there now. So I'll just add more. And if it gets up there, it's going to be a massive win and I'm done for the day. Yeah. That's my mentality. That's my kind of ethos, if you like, on it. Broken these highs now. Where are we going? There. If it comes down and it gets back down to here, I'll probably scratch it. But I'm going to let it give us a chance to do it. The market does unexpected things. We know that, don't we? Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that. You saw me ride that, didn't you? I mean, I put the thing in Telegram, the screenshot in Telegram of me riding that. I basically took a long just before the news and it went up. And I immediately moved it to break even. And then I added another one. And it shot up and then I took it all off up there. But it's just, I don't know, it's difficult to explain. It's completely unmechanical and it's completely discretionary. But at the heart of everything is price action and support and resistance. Just getting ready to sell one. We're just pulling off these highs, so I'm going to bank a little bit more if we do. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's just, it's really hard to explain. I think the long and short of it is there's no system. It's discretionary. And that's why I say go and try the simulator. Use a simulator, right? You can flip a coin and be right or wrong. If you flip that coin and it moves 3 ticks against you, close it. If you flip that coin and it moves 3 ticks in your direction, add another one. See what happens. Like I just did there. What's just happened? I've gone from a $400 losing day to a $400 winning day. But I haven't taken any horrible risks, have I? All I've done is made sure that the winning trades are way bigger than the little ones, but not by using risk reward, by using lot size. Because I think I'm right. Closing one. I'm going to close the second one at the highs. But it doesn't work every day, obviously. If it did, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I'd just be counting my money. You have down days as well. Just got to make sure the down days are small. That's what cutting your losses does. But the problem with it is, and which is why I say it to people all the time, everybody, and again, this goes back to what I said yesterday morning, everybody that emails me and DMs me and says, does this work on M1? How long you been trading? 2 months? Don't even think about it. This is way too fast, way too stressful, and way too aggressive. Slow the market down. I'm trading, like, literally, you can see I'm trading the chop. We haven't gone anywhere. The market hasn't moved anywhere today. We haven't gone anywhere. This is a horrible time frame to trade, horribly difficult. Just getting out another one. See, again, price action. We've stopped. We're wicking. I might as well stick it there in case, because I can always stick it back on. But if it drops down here, I can't take it off. My mate is successful at scalping, and I asked him to explain his entry and exit rules. It's down to intuition. Yeah. I think if you want to scalp, you have to be discretionary. I don't think you can teach anybody a scalping strategy as such. You just have to show them what your mindset is and what you do. And I think you'll find most of the good scalpers out there will do the same thing. But I burnt out doing this. And I feel tired now. I've been doing it all week. All week. I've been scalping all week. And yeah, I've made 1,600 quid. But I'm knackered. It's so draining. So draining. You literally want to do a session. I don't, because obviously I come on here and do analysis and everything on the live room. But it makes you want to just do a session. You know, just sit there for 2 hours trading the DAX in the morning or the Dow in the morning, or just come on and trade the NAS or the S&P in the afternoon for a couple of hours in the New York session, and be done with it. I couldn't do this all day long. I say that I'm doing it, but I'm really tired. But it's if you're younger, you know, one of my mentors said to me, he was 65 when he started mentoring me. Been around a long time in the markets, and he was one of the guys that introduced me to the moving averages. Whoa, what's going on? Oh yeah. he introduced me to the moving averages like this. And he was the one that said, I'm too old. I buy it when it's green and I sell it when it's red. He simplified his life down to, I just want to press the button once a day, trading the 4-hour chart and the daily chart with big amounts of money, and I'm just going to buy it when it's green. I'm going to sell it when it's red. And I think when you get to a certain age, you want to slow down. This is for the youngsters. Just challenging the highs. Christy, I find it difficult to scout when everyone keeps talking about having to have a trading plan with specific rules. Yes, exactly what I was just saying. I don't think you can have a plan. You have to have a plan, but I'm going to hang on a sec. So I've got $1,000 day, and I kind of want to do $1,000 day. What did I bank this morning? 586. $1,000 day. Me. I'm going to get stopped out on it. Scalping's too fast to have a plan. Moves too quick to have a plan. Let's do some on. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just about to get stopped out. I'm just going to close it out. Selling that, closing it out. $400. So scalping on 1 minute. I've got the wrong. I can't do it on this. I'm not set up. I do this on my other machine. I haven't got the right tools on here. I can tell you what I'll do. Right, so let's trade the DAX. So I'm going to do this with small lot size. All right, so I'm selling it. It's coming down. Adding because it's still going down. This is where I'm going to struggle because I haven't got a sell a close all button, which I have on my scalping setup. You've probably seen the screenshots. I've got a trade. It's like this, but it's got a close all button as well. So I'm going to have to do this manually and slowly down here. But it's still coming down, yeah. So it's looking bearish, coming down. It's literally like it's looking bearish. It's coming down, so I'm going to sell it. Yeah, if I sold it there, it's coming down. It's still coming down. There, I'll probably gone, I'll take it. And then I've gone like that and I've got it in again. So you literally, all I'm doing is price action. It's going red. It's selling. People are selling off. Let's see if they continue to sell off. If they continue to sell off, I will continue to sell off with them. Yeah, added another one. It's going up. Getting ready to close. Yeah, my stop loss would be up here somewhere, which is my emergency. But if this is going up, like, see the wick on this candle here, if it breaks above that wick and holds above that wick, it's probably looking bullish. Got tweezer bottoms going in, so the price action is bullish at the moment. Got 30 seconds, right, that's how I'm out. Close, 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 close. Yeah, out. That's a scalp. This thing might now collapse. If it does, it collapses, that's fine. I'll get in again, but that's scalping to me. Not, right, I'm going to get in on a bearish engulfing. I'm going to put my stop loss above there. My take profit is going to be a 3-to-1 risk reward down there. Let's hit the button and see what happens. That's not scalping. That's hoping the market doesn't come up and take out the liquidity, which we know it does every single time. Oh, I'm 1.5-to-1 risk reward. I'm going to move my stop to break even. What do you think price is going to do? stop you out of break even. So now you've not only lost one trade at full maximum, you've broken even at one. So now you're down and you've lost that, and then it collapses, and then you go, oh my God, I wish I'd have held it. That makes me cross. I'm going to go in with twice as much leverage next time, and then that comes and stops you out. So now you've lost 3 trades and 1 break even. You haven't won a trade all day. Ugh. Makes you nuts. People try to do this with no experience. It's incredibly difficult. If you went to work for a hedge fund or a prop firm, they would make you sit in front of a ladder for 3 months before they even let you take a trade, because they want to make sure you know exactly how this thing moves and why it moves. When people start to sell, momentum makes it go fast. You see a massive bearish engulfing going in like that. You hit the sell button, you get another one, you hit the sell button, and you keep going until it looks like it's a buy. When it comes up, you get out of it. It doesn't matter how much it's moved. You get out with a profit. If it's going back the other way, you get out with a minute loss. But you add to these, so by the time it gets down here, you've got 4 contracts short, and every loser is 1 contract. That's what I class as scalping, and it's really hard work. Looks bullish. So here, if we get above these highs, it's either going to do one or 2 things. It's going to pop and we're going to get a big run, or it's going to come down hard. So if we get above there, I'll get in again. If we don't, I'll get out fast. Second entry. So it's either going to double top or it's going to pop. And when it pulls back, it's likely to fill, we know about propulsion gaps, yeah? It's likely to come back and fill that before it goes again. So I'm expecting that. So this is my point of no return on this one. Not a stop loss under the low or a stop loss under the low. If this wick fails and it comes and does a bearish engulfing, I'm out. Price action. At the moment we're bullish. Market structure is bullish. Until it's not bullish, I'm in. Okay, inside bar. It's not bearish, that's an inside bar. Until this low is broken and this wick is done, we're still in bullish price action, so I'm not getting out yet. If they confirm this break by breaking above that candle, I'll add another one, so I'll be 3 long. But at the moment I'm 2 short. Worst case scenario, I'm going to lose like 20 quid. Best case scenario, I'll be 3 contracts long. If it moves up 2 candlesticks, I'll be something like 100 in profit off of 1 trade. See, normally I'd be hovering over a close all button and literally it would be like bang, out. But obviously I haven't got it set up on this platform. So got 3 seconds left. Bearish, I'm getting out. Yeah, so there's 2 failed trades. But what have I lost? £25, 35, 35, 40 pounds. Yeah. Which is nothing. Look at the winning trades when I get the winning trades. That's a normal winning trade. 4 contracts long. Or four longs. 5 longs. Yeah. 100. Every trade I win is somewhere around 80 to 200 pounds. Every losing trade I have, as you've just seen, is somewhere around 20 pounds. So my risk reward is usually around about the 5 to 10 to 1 every trade, but I have no interest in risk reward whatsoever. Am I right or wrong? At the moment, this is holding this support rectangle. So if we get a bullish candle here, I might go long again. There's a wick in this. It's a nice little long. If it breaks below this wick, I'll get out. And assume that we are going to double top. If we push up above this high, market structure is long. Add one more. Looking bullish. Ooh. Yeah, I need my buttons. It's really hard doing it without buttons. I'm using a bit of a big lot size to be mucking about with this, but you get the point. Yeah, this wick here, or this wick here, I'll see what price action looks like, whether it looks like it's like trying to get down and pushing, trying to get down and pushing. If the wicks are to the downside and we don't go anywhere, that's still bullish. Yeah, if the wicks are to the upside and we don't get anywhere, that's bearish. But at the moment, we haven't gone anywhere. Yeah, I've entered here and we're literally, what, 8 pips. Still bullish candle. It's a down candle, but it's bullish. And this is what you're doing in the simulator. If you get Sphere Tester, what we're watching here is like Sphere Tester. So these could be hourly candles, and you'll literally be able to trade hourly candles this quickly in Sphere Tester. So you can trade weeks and weeks and weeks of price action in the Sphere Tester at this sort of speed, and you just get the price. You see price unfolding, which is, wait for the candle close. Yeah. That was really bearish until 2 seconds before, and it went boing, and it's a bullish candle. It looked bearish when it was just about to close, but when it closed bullish. And these little intricacies of the market where they're like sitting down here going, we're going short, we're going short, we're going short. No, we're not. You need to see this happening in real time. But the 1 minute chart is too much. It's just, literally, we are just trading orders here. We're trading chop. It's not proper price action, but it is proper price action. This is algorithms trading at the minute. Take it up, take a profit. Take it up, take a profit. It's the same thing happening. Yeah. RSI, take it up, take a profit. The same thing's happening on the small time frames, but on down here, you'll get embedded. Here, like there, you'll get embedded and go lump. So you need to be a bit careful. Don't use the RSI at all. Just would happen to pick the one time the market's gone completely flat and slow, wouldn't I? Just quickly whiz. Oh yeah, I went flat, didn't I? That's right. Is it lunch? 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. No. It's just really quiet, isn't it? Yeah, the fact you can do multi-time, Peter's just said, the fact you can do multi-time frame in Sphere Tester is also very, very useful. So you can have an offline chart of a higher time frame or a lower time frame. So you can use multi-time frame analysis while you're doing your trading in the Sphere Tester. It's really useful. Go and get it. There's other testers out there. There's other things similar to Sphere Tester. Some people like the other one. I can't remember what the other one's called, but I use Fear Tester, and it's cheap. It's $50. Best $50 you ever spend. The ability to go and sit at a weekend for 3 or 4 hours and trade weeks and weeks and weeks of price action is totally invaluable. You know, like I said, you need 10,000 hours in front of the chart to really have these candlesticks burnt into your retina. If you can do 1,000 hours a weekend, 10 weeks time, you will be seeing candlesticks in your sleep, and you'll know exactly what they're doing. And it's just, you know, 3-bar reversals and bearish engulfings, bullish engulfings, hammers, shooting stars, dojis. I keep going on about them, but they are massively important, and they all are the start of market structure. You very rarely get a market structure reversal without a bullish engulfing, a bearish engulfing, a shooting star, or a hammer. Yeah, we had a bullish engulfing before that reversal. And look here, right? This one has not broken, has it? Why? There's no candlestick pattern. This is a bit bullish, a bit bearish. But it's not a shooting star at the top or a doji at the top. Just getting ready to add one up here, but it's not quite right. Not quite ready yet. Adding one more. Going up. It's really simple. It's going up. I'm going to get in. If we break that, there's a good chance we're going to get a pop. And when I get that pop, I'm getting out. Well, I'll get out when I see some bearish price action. I'm not going to get out just because it's going up. Obviously, if it's going up, I'm staying in. But when it starts to come down, I'll get out. Assuming it breaks. If it doesn't break, I'll get out. You can also, another really useful indicator is the moving average for M1 scalping. Don't underestimate the 20. Really useful. We're really sideways at the minute, but when we were on a trend, as we were earlier when I was trading this, the 20 was really supportive. There you go. So there's our pop. So we've broken the highs. We get the pop. Some people would add another one here, and I have, but this is really slow at the minute, so I'm just being a bit cautious. But now I'll be looking for pullbacks. Oh, MT4. You kill me with your straight lines. David, am I trading on Axie at the moment? I can't seem to find DE40 cash. No, this is Pepperstone. Sorry, have I got that? Oh, you can't see. Hang on. Sorry. There you go. Robo Forex. This is my ECN account with Robo Forex. You see it there, Robo Forex, ECN. I've got a line on the chart for some reason. Let me just quickly whiz out to a higher time frame. See why I've got that drawn. It's an old line. Get rid of it. So this is DE40 cash on Axie will be what was it called on Axie? Well, it's the DAX. So it's Germany. Germany. Well, it was Germany 30. I think it's Germany 40 now. Because it was Germany 30 before Christmas. It was the top 30 stocks, and they changed it to the top 40 this year. I think they're just trying to outdo the US 30. They're trying to outdo the Dow Jones, so they've just gone 10 higher. I don't know why why it's now the Germany 40, but it is. Seems a bit crazy, but so you'll find these are different. So it's like US tech cash, and these are representative. The cash of the these aren't CFDs. These are representative of the futures. So we get gaps. So you get gaps, overnight gaps, which is the gap fill I played yesterday. I made most of my money playing that gap fill yesterday morning. This is really slow and boring. What am I missing? See, look, I'm missing all this. I got out of all this to go and show you this. I could have had another $300 worth of profit there. See what I do for you guys? Come over here, trading peanuts. Missing out on all the moves. So exactly what I said was going to happen today. Well, I didn't say it's going to happen. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying what I was expecting to happen, hoping to happen today. We've had the down day on the London. We've pulled down below, made a 15-minute low, tapped it, popped it. So looking for an up day. So yeah, nice. Exactly what I was expecting to happen today. I should have just ridden it longer. Tell you what, let's ride this. Get in another one. The other reason I just hit the button there is because I've just seen what's going on over there. Indices move together. S&P moves up when the NAS moves up. The Dow, the DAX, the FTSE, when indices move, they tend to move in tandem because stock investment happens across a portfolio. So you will have pension funds and hedge funds, when they're investing in stocks, they will invest in sectors. So when you're investing in the aerospace sector, you will have people in aerospace based in the UK. They'll enter FTSE positions. You have people based in Germany. They'll enter German positions. You have US-based aerospace. So they will enter US-based positions. So indices move in tandem because they are sector related. It's not to do with the stock markets. It's to do with the sectors. So if I want to get into pharmaceutical, I will be getting into a lot of UK stocks because we've got a lot of big UK pharma. But I'll also be getting into some of the pharma over in the US. So if I suddenly dump as a hedge fund or a pension fund, I need to dump millions into pharma stocks. You'll see all the markets go up at the same time because they've all got pharma in them. Yeah. So that's why they get the movement. Yeah. This is why the DAX is going up and the S&P and the NAS are going up at the same time. If we have a look at the Dow will also be going up. The FTSE, I haven't got. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. They don't have Forex. Don't have the FTSE. Weird. Don't know why, but they don't. So I got 60 quid there. We're still not looking bearish. I'm just going to hold it for a little bit longer. But you see what I'm doing? Yeah, these little, like, tiny little chip away losses. When it goes my way, I just get more on, get more size on. A couple of big pushes. Yeah, one of these 5-minute candles is now worth to me probably £150. Dollars? Sorry, it's a dollar account, this one. take these tiny little losses, tiny little losses, and just wait to catch these big 3-bar runs. And you're out. You're done. So if I close it all right now, I've got a 2-to-1 risk reward, haven't I? If I let this run, this is going to exponentially go up way faster because I've got 3 contracts on long. Every loss I've taken has been 1 or 2. When I get a run with 4 on, like I've got now, this will go up to 100 in literally 1 minute, half a minute. It'd be like... And if it comes down really hard with a bearish engulfing, I would normally hit my cancel all button, but I'd close. And what have I lost? Nothing. What have I got to gain? Potentially that. We are just running into a load of chop, actually, so this might start to stall out. This is our first bearish candle gone in. Wick. Yeah. This is why candlesticks are important over Renko. Got bears coming in. Sellers have started. Yeah. Doesn't mean they're going to win. Didn't win there, did they? But we got some selling pressure starting to enter. Pushed up again. Again, depending how aggressive you are, just keep hitting the buy button. If we're going up, buy it. But you might have, if you were trying to buy in here, you'd have like gone long, scratched. Long, might have taken a bit out, scratched. Long, made it. Probably got out here. Long, where I got in. Yeah. So you're gonna scratch. The idea is to scratch the trades. The ones that go against you, you scratch, and you get rid of them with tiny losses, and then you'll get that one big bullish engulfing that you'll be in on, and you won't. It just won't come back. You'll be gone, like I've just done. Exactly what I've just done. It's looking heavy. I'm getting out. So. So those were our losers, those 50s. So we lost 15, 25, 35, 40. We made, well, probably got out of that with 75, didn't we? So just under a 2-to-1. But that was with small lot sizing as well. Makes sense? Woohoo! Made 600. Oh, look, I'm 604. Let's call it 605. I'm $4 short. Oh, I wish I'd have held that. Right, I'm not going to trade this anymore today because I've got to go out in a minute anyway. But so hopefully that all makes sense in a kind of discretionary way. Renko as well. These are entries, 2-bar pullback entries. Really nice 2-bar pullbacks. If you want to use Renkos, look for those in a trend. Yeah, trending down, 2-bar pullback entry, 1-bar pullback if you want to be aggressive. But those 2-bar pullbacks are really, really nice to look for when we're trending. If we're not trending, they turn into zigzags and W's and M's and all sorts of stuff. But when you see in a trend, when it takes off, you get 2-bar pullback and you get 1 tick back up, 1 block back up, like that one there. That's your entry. That's your entry. Assuming you're already long, or if you want to get in long on the trend. So again, another thing to look for in Renkos. We just tapped into a level there that I had on the chart. What's that? No idea what that is. It's just an old line. It's got loads of old lines on here. Let's get rid of this. Oh, just deleted the indicator, didn't I? That's the only problem with the only thing I find annoying about this. If you click anything you click on highlights. So you click on the candlesticks, it highlights them. You click on a line, it highlights it. You click on anything, it highlights. If you accidentally click on the indicator and hit delete, it deletes the indicator without highlighting it. That's my only gripe about NinjaTrader. If it is a gripe. Right, anybody got any questions on anything we covered this afternoon? We'll have a quick flick back over and just look at where we are with FX. See, good job I got out of that. It's coming down. So, I'm out. Let's have a look at what the US dollar's doing. So we're pushing again on the US dollar. It's going well. I'd imagine the euro's going well as well. Not particularly, is it? The market is flat, as you just saw in the DAX there. But again, wicks. It's bullish. We're testing this area. So this zone here. Yeah, where we've got this big gap gone in. Well, it wasn't a big gap, actually. The gap was only literally that big. But we've pushed away from it. We've come back. We've retested it. The buyers have stepped in again. And we're pushing, but we're getting stuck here at the minute. So battle zone. See if we can crack it. Not sure you're going to get much this afternoon on it, unfortunately, though. So okay, so that's all I've got for you this afternoon. Not a massive amount of movement, is there? So I think it's a case of waiting until next week before we get any further movement on anything. We're all kind of choppy at the minute. It's typical Friday afternoon. It's also end of month. So a lot of the price action's been done because a lot of guys will be getting out their positions. Beautiful CAD yen wicks to the downside. Look. Tweezer bottoms. Lovely rejection. Just missed it, unfortunately. Well, it's just about to give you a reverse alert. Retesting back off the 72. Good entry. Euro's stalling out off the back of the Swiss franc. Stalling. Everything's stalling out at the top. Just a horrible wiki 4 hour. No movement, no direction. Pound New Zealand's stopping lovely up there. We just had the reverse alert on that one, I'd imagine, and a retest. Yep. So that one we looked at earlier, which was the triple top. Slightly lower, but that's literally just taking all the liquidity. Everybody that jumped in short there, everybody that saw this doji and jumped in short there, everybody that saw the pullback and the bearish hammer shooting star there, short, everybody taken out, and now we go. But we are still in accumulation at the minute. Look at these big wicks to the downside. Chop. It's just chop. Accumulation. Waiting for a move. Pound US. Again, same thing. Wiki, choppy, horrible. Just horrible. Horrible market today. US dollar yen as well. So a lot of these yens, we've had a bit of yen strength coming in by the looks of things. A lot of these yens have got really decent wicks to the downside. New Zealand dollar yen, beautiful hammer. Pound yen, two hammers pretty much next to each other. Euro yen, bullish engulfing. Swiss yen, bullish engulfing, retesting, hammer, wicks, all looking like it wants to push. So looking like the yen is weakening. So if you've got any yens on, or if you've got anything long against the yen and you need to get into any positions, probably not a bad spot to be getting in. They all look a little bit weak, the yens, so we might get some pops on those towards the end of the day. But there's not long left anyway. So, all right, guys. So that's it for today. I will leave you there. If you like the stream, give us a thumbs up. If you're bored to tears, wake up. I'll be back on Monday morning, 8:30, same time. News-wise, to look out for. I don't think we've got anything on Monday. Nope. So there's no overnight news with Aussies or anything. There's overnight news on Tuesday. So nothing to worry about over the weekend or Monday morning early hours. So don't have to worry about news. So yeah, hopefully you have a good afternoon. And I'll be back Monday morning. We'll obviously go over the usual, see where we are with positions. And hopefully have a good afternoon and good weekend. And if you're doing anything exciting, let me know on Monday. Always good to know what everyone gets up to. I've got nothing planned apart from watching football. Have a good one and hopefully it's profitable. And I will see you guys Monday morning, 8:30.